winter decided to come back for a couple of days. It's gonna leave right away. Tomorrow's supposed to be a high at damn near 80. Sun's almost up. Morning. Welcome to Monday. So currently I'm stuck debating on what I want to do today. Do I want to work on the tech side of stuff, or do I want to start filling in sprinkler tracks? Because believe it or not, I know we got nothing done last week. Nothing. You guys seen the most productive day, Monday. Got the track filler hooked up. We got a couple things in and out of the shop. And then Tuesday hit. Wind gusts over 60. Wednesday hit. Wind gusts over 40. Thursday hit. Wind gusts over 40. Friday. Wind gusts over 30. Just all is horrendous. The most productive thing was us going and learning stuff at chopper school, I guess. I don't know. So I'm really hoping this week to get something done, which is going to be hard to do because Cameron and I turn around and take off Tuesday afternoon and get back Thursday morning for another farm school thing. I don't know. I've never been. We'll find out what it is when we get there, I guess. Another thing kind of screwing with me is the tuna's gone, so I need to be around first thing in the morning, kind of helping getting the crew going, make sure everyone's got their direction for the day. Whereas last, month I've been taking off earlier than this to the manure spreader so I can actually get something done for the day. So I need to be kind of slow going to start my day. So that's also making me question which way I want to go. Because for the track filling, I got to get equipment moved. Well, there's no one to help me move equipment at 6:30 in the morning. The tech side, I can do that by myself. I know I got to load some bales. I was told he'd be here like 8:30-ish. Yeah, so between that and getting the guys kind of going, I'm thinking we'll probably try and figure out some tech stuff to start off. Either way, it's going to be a slow process for the tech and the tracks, so right now I'm just hungry, so let's go find us a burrito. Okay, I decided we're going to start with tech today just because it's something I can do by myself. I've got a little over an hour yet before I'd have anybody to help me move equipment. Always pop the hood and check for a bird nest. We're almost to that time of year. Check the oil. Good there. Nothing. Looking good. We got coolant. Alright. That'll work. Oh yeah, new Midland radios. That's nice. So Midland sent me radios to try. It's been a year ago, maybe a little bit longer. And we kind of fell in love with them. We put them in the rake tractors and the baler tractors. Made communication a whole lot easier. So I went in and got radios for the rest of the tractors to start with. We'll see where we go from there. They work nice enough, I'd rather have them as opposed to CBs in all the choppers and trucks, but that's a lot of radios. So when I say technology, what I'm meaning is these tractors all have the ability to communicate with each other. And due to my own laziness, we've never set it up. So what we can actually do is whenever we buy a new tractor, so that tractor over there, new to us, just bought that last summer to pull that thing mainly. Cameron right away goes, man, we need to fix all of our GPS lines so we could just send them over to that tractor and it instantly have every field and every line. And I'm like, yeah, we do. I go, the reason I've put it off so long is it just requires me to sit in here, push a lot of buttons, and literally go to each farm, draw the lines, get a main set on one tractor to upload it to our operating system, the cloud, to then shoot it down to all the individual tractors. I go, you're absolutely right. It's just, it seems like a waste of time when you think about all the other crap you need to be doing to just be driving around mapping stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, it would save us so much time and effort. So that's what I'm going to try and get started on. So what I got to do is go in here. I And basically all of our farms, I need to go to each field, or each farm, and then each field on the farm, get all the GPS lines drawn, draw the boundaries, because that's another big problem we have. So we're getting now to where we have, Cameron and I are kind of the main operators, but we've got a couple other guys that will just throw in a tractor when we need another body, and through no fault of their own, it's just inexperience. They don't know where to stop or how far out to go on the pivot, you know, in guns on some pivots and not others. I can go in here and draw a line, so when they pull in that field, they go, oh, I farmed to that line. Again, it's just one of those things. I need to take the time to do it. I just never have, because for me it's always been, oh, hell, I can tell this is a little bit greener than that, or this is growing here, that's not, so there's my edge. Some guys, it's just not so obvious because they don't have the seat time to know it. Hey, honey. Have a good day at school, kids. So, yeah, I need to take some time to do that. And that's what a class I went to a couple weeks ago was on this. Chopper School, they covered a lot of this. The deal Cameron and I are going to later this week covers a lot of this, and everyone just keeps telling me the same thing. Unfortunately, you just got to put in the upfront work to streamline the process going forward. So that's I gotta figure out how to do all that. Oh, the other really handy thing is I can also come over into setup and oh, see, Cameron was trying to do field edges already. So I can come into my equipment list. I'm already in that one, so we want to subtract that and then do add implement. So create one master set of all of our implements. I can also upload that to the cloud and immediately send it to everything. So no more, oh crap, this thing's never been hooked up to this tractor. Where's the tape measure? I gotta go figure out all my edges and stuff. Yeah, it'll be super handy eventually. The one thing I do know though is it is super handy to edit this and delete stuff in there. Deleting farms and fields, not so, because that just clears it, and that's just edit. I gotta get on the old YouTube real quick to figure out what I'm missing, because I know it's something here in the menu. The old monitor, like the 245 has, super simple. Alright, got rid of most everything. Couldn't delete the last one up there because one has to be active. It's just the way the system is. So I recreated a farm called Leroy's, so we're going to go over there. It's got a pivot. We're going to put in all the GPS lines and then see if we can figure out how to make a boundary. Basically all of our fields have the same lines, just generic headings. So I'm going through and programming them all. So this one would be east, east, north, or wait, no. East, northeast by west, southwest. Yes, heading 75. Set A, boom. So I'm just going through. I think there winds up being like 8. So I got east, west, northeast, north, northeast, north, south. Yeah. So I got all the lines to go that angle, and then draw the pivot, and then figure out how to draw the boundary. Now you see why I've been putting this off, just because it's so friggin' tedious. So 360, so that'd be 345 to be a 15-degree angle that way. Just gonna take a little while. This is only pivot number 1. I gotta go through and do this to every single one, plus 2 flood farms. At least it's not like 5, because 3 of them are... We'll talk about that later, but I'm not getting into that right now. Okay, so I drew a circle all the way around the outside where I want my perimeter to be. So come in, applications, boundaries, create boundary from coverage map. So okay, let's see what that comes up with. Because here's the problem. If I do the driven boundary, it takes over my entire screen to where when I hit my corners, I can't see to know when to re-engage my GPS. So if this doesn't work though, now I got a tire track I can follow, and I know where to re-engage my GPS where I can't see it. Hey, look at that! Total 96 acres. Damn, that's good. So, enter name, pivot boundary, operation, tillage, because whatever. It's an exterior save. Holy crap, boys and girls. All 2 girls that watch this probably. We got a boundary. Yay! I did something! Alright, now let's close that out. Let's close that out. Let's go to work. I'm going to hit new work to make that stuff go away. Start new work, blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Look at that blue line. I got a boundary. I got a boundary. I think that's blue. I don't know. I'm blind. It's okay. Turn work off so it doesn't draw whenever I leave. Sweet! 8 o'clock though. I'm going to go start warming up the loader. That guy's supposed to be here for hay soon. And I got to get that bucket to unhook. You'll see what I mean. Really? Seat would kick on now. Need to get this loader up and running. Oh, don't get hit by the door. So proved last year that hurts. Good on oil. I'm betting water's gonna be low because a week ago, last time I used it, it was just above the add line. And the tank is completely gone. So yeah, definitely need water. On the plus side, once you need the full tank, that means just dump a gallon in. And luckily, I have one in the cab. I don't know why, but now all of a sudden the pins move, so that's handy. Didn't have to work on it at all. Okay, so I'm in a holding pattern with that, waiting on the guy to get here that needs bales. I just got a call from Zamatic. Got a new tire to go check out. So we've been running these NF tracks for about 12 years now. As you can see, they're starting to crack away. We really like the job they're doing. The tracks aren't too bad, but they're still just deeper than we'd like. So Zamatic was gracious enough to send us a new tire that they say won't hardly leave a track at all. Check this out. There's no tread to even leave a track. Awesome, right? I'm really hoping the tread only fell off this winter when we moved it out of the way, so those cattle over there, or no, those cattle over there, when they were here, we had to move the pivot out of the way. I'm really hoping that's when it fell off and not like it ran the last run or two without it, because it quite possibly could have, the way we pay attention at the end of the year. But yeah, as you can see, 12 years, these things are starting to fail. This pivot's bad, those two are bad, and that pivot's bad. All at the same time, 2014-ish. So, they got a new design coming out. We're gonna give it a try. They just called, they're gonna come throw 2 on this machine real quick, see how we like them. Probably ought to just throw 4 on this machine, but we only do the outer 2 towers here because they're the only ones we have trouble with getting stuck. You know, I don't know. Maybe a little super glue, a nail here and there. But we can put that right back on that wheel. Loaded. Let's go get that tire tread real quick while we're thinking about it, shall we? Feed crew's still going, so I need to hang around the yard anyways in case we got a doctor. Yeah, I don't think that's good for anything. And friggin' Zamatic's already been here and changed that out. I'm glad I went when we did. I'm glad we went when we did. Neighbor called, they need hay ground, so I think that's where Hector and Hector are gonna go. So that ties up that loader, the grinder. Our hay buyer just called, said he'd be here in like an hour and a half. We just wanted to run a loader over for him. I don't want to do that because I want to run the loader. We need a 3rd loader. I've been saying this for a year. I think I might try and do some sand work for a while and then run a loader over and just leave it for him. Do some GPS stuff again. Then after lunch, go get the loader, try and do some more sand stuff. Yeah, let's go with that. Sometimes you gotta get a little creative when the bucket you want is blocked. Just kind of push it around a little bit. Hopefully now it's straight enough. I can get the latches to push. Got it! See, Pinchy, you thought you could block me from the bucket. So I learned with the old track filler, weeds cause a lot of problems. So I got the smooth blade bucket rather than the teeth. I'm gonna try and back drag this edge a little bit to knock all the weeds off, so they're not getting in the hopper, because, well, we don't want a problem. Now, I know this one is built much heavier, but one thing I learned is this sand is heavy. I can see it in there. I'm gonna call that a full load. I'm not gonna heat this thing up and test out them axles. Lighter loads, hopefully extend the longevity of the machine. Kind of the same concept as the manure spreader. Manure spreader can go up to 36 ton. I try to stop at 25. Okay, figure first load we better get out and check things. So I got my depth gauge right there for how low the box is. We're just a shade above a 4. Packer wheel is touching. As you can see, I'm a touch off center. This water comes running down the hill in these tracks and makes them twice as wide as they should be, not to mention super deep. But we got pressure on the roll. I like the depth. Let's unload it and see what happens. Okay, first load of spread. So the one thing I noticed, it kind of sucks because you can't see behind you at all to know when you run out of sand. The old spreader between the mirrors and just looking over the top, I can see pretty quick. I like it though, we're right on the ground level. I actually bumped it down a touch after I showed you guys, because I was like, I feel like I'm still setting a little high because I was a little off center. So I actually dropped my gauge to just below 4. That wheel obviously had some pretty good pressure on it. You always drive over it to really help pack it down. That's the biggest time consumer of this, is once you've put the sand in, you've got to take the time to really drive back over it and press that stuff down. Old spreader, I'd put 3 scoops in. This one, I think I'm going to be 4, if not 5. So, all right, we got a pattern going. We got our depths figured out, the rear press wheel figured out. Our sand pile is frozen. This is actually a sand pile from a year ago. And it's wet sand, so when you pile it, that interior stays cold for a long time. See how much we can get done. Oh, this clock is still off by an hour. It's 10 o'clock. Hay truck's supposed to be here about 11, so I'm going to get a couple more loads before I got to take off with the loader for that. Going pretty good. Got the outside tower done on that quarter circle, plus half of the next tower already. But hay truck thought he'd be here right about 11. It's basically 11 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna grab the forks and then run over to that shed. 3-4 miles over there. Ah, nuts. I was hoping the truck would have been here by now. No big deal. Just leave the loader here for him. He can load himself when he shows up. Slowly getting this barn emptied out. We need to get this one emptied out because, well, we don't get to use it anymore. The guy we were renting from rented out the ground around it, including the barn. So we need to get the hay out so they can take over. I think our contract with them technically says June, but we want to get out as soon as possible because come May, they might have hay they want to put in. It's amazing what sun bleaching does to this hay. Look how pretty green that is. Look at this edge that's been catching sun, how faded it is. That's nuts. Bye, honey. Okay, got the bucket back on. Stopped the shop, talked to the guys, seeing what all they had going. They're all over the place, so they're moving right along. It's just Shop work's kind of like all this stuff. This time of year, it all just goes really slow. Feels like you get nothing done. Hoping, it's not going to happen today. I was going to say, hoping by the end of the day we got that chopper out of there, but I think they're going to back it out and pressure wash the radiator again. Now, if you've been around during harvest, you know how much trouble we had with chopper number 3 and overheating issues. The previous owner warned us about it when he saw we were bidding on it on an auction. But we found once we took a bunch of stuff off and could actually access the radiator, it was just super dirty in there. So, as much as it sucks, it's been almost 3 months and we're still on the first chopper. But hopefully tomorrow we're done with it and can get the next one in. I think I got it on video. We seen my chopper in McPherson last week. They're just waiting on a truck to need to come this way for something to haul it this way to pick up whatever needs to go back. So hopefully one of these days somebody, you know, in far western Kansas calls them about needing something hauled so I can get my chopper back. First quarter circle is done. And by done, I mean I ran out of sand. I'm actually about a load short. The next 2 towers out. I didn't quite make it all the way through the wheat, but it is what it is. We'll see if I can get some more, come finish this one off. Real quick, before I go over there, I told Kayla it'd take me a minute. I gotta go pick up 2 chunks of concrete that I seen out here. Oh, I'm not going to the end. It's fine. It's fine. I'll drive over Cameron Skips. What do they call them in Europe? Tram lines. I got tram lines out here. I can just follow. Kayla helped me get everything moved over here. And I'll have my pickup back. But Hector called. We gotta go unload him. They got done with the custom grinding job there about noon. So when they came back, it was like, why don't we just run to town, or the other side of the river out east town. Let's start cleaning up what's left of the bales there. There was just a couple loads. So rather than taking the loader in, then bringing it back out, he goes, hey, just come unload this so we can leave the loader here. So that's what I'm doing. I gotta go unload him real quick. He said they can get everything else on the next load. We'll get it brought out. Alright, that's enough for one day. Got 4 loads done here. Basically, I'm going out in the hayaways and then just going up the hill as far as I can. Don't want to get it all done one day. Got to save some for tomorrow. Even though tomorrow's a short day, Cameron and I leave 2 o'clock-ish. So, whatever. But since I'm back at this pivot, I'm going to come over here and see what the new 2 tires look like. I think he said they were the new run flats, whatever the hell that means. They look like regular tires from here as I'm pulling up there. Oh, those are different. So they look like a regular tire, but clearly they aren't. Should be interesting. The reason, I think I said it this morning, the reason we had these different tires as opposed to standard out here is because we had a lot of trouble with the pivot getting stuck. A, over there on the hillside where I'm putting the sand, and then B, through this field right here. So, I don't know. Be an interesting experiment, I guess. I was going to show you guys what they've been working on in the shop, but 1, I forgot you in here, and 2, honestly, there is not a single project in the shop at the moment. 1, because the chopper's outside, Glenn has been pressure washing the hell out of the radiator. And 2, the tractors that have been cycling through are all out right now. The little loader, fully serviced, ready to go. Cameron's been going like crazy on putting radios in. He got the 6195R done and the 9R540. All that's left is the 9470R. That's a lot of numbers to remember. Oh, not sinus crap again. Hector and Hector got here with the last load, so all the bales from the other side of the river have been moved. I seen the cowboy riding pins earlier, so I know he was sorting some and moving some. Wow, what a view. Man, that looks good. I like this camera. What else? I had something else, then I distracted myself. I don't know. Sure, I'll think of it later. Either way, I'm gonna go make a loop through the farm, loop through the cattle, and then call it a night. Catch you guys in the next one. See ya.